Precious soul, this message is no coincidence. The angels led you here for a reason. You are not wandering aimlessly. You are being moved, gently, purposefully, into something destined and divinely timed. If this message touches your soul, write in the comments, "I receive this blessing with an open heart." Let it be your spiritual confirmation. There is no need to strive anymore. The union your spirit has waited for is not far. It is already unfolding. You are being guided, not by logic, but by light, by a sacred pull that your heart can feel, even when your mind can't explain it. This move is not about geography. It is about alignment, a holy shift, placing you where your soul is fully seen. Divine love is not late. It is arriving in perfect rhythm, and you, beloved one, are being prepared to receive it. There is a home for your heart, not built by hands, but by destiny, and you are being brought to its threshold. Heaven has not forgotten what you asked for in silence. The echoes of your longing were never ignored. They have shaped the road beneath your feet. The one who is meant for you is not searching. They are listening for the same whispers that have reached your ears. This movement is a response to prayers spoken with tears, to nights when you felt the ache of being unseen. You are not being moved randomly. You are being placed precisely for love to find you in the fullness of who you are. Even when you felt stuck, the divine was already preparing the way, moving pieces you could not yet see. You are not waiting anymore. You are transitioning from hoping to happening, from longing to living. This love is sacred. It is not coming to complete you, but to walk beside the wholeness you fought to build. Your soul is being called forward by something ancient and tender, a reunion written in light, remembered by the stars. You are entering a season of recognition, where your energy will be met, mirrored, embraced, not questioned, not doubted, not dimmed. The place you're being led to is not unfamiliar to your spirit. It is a return, not a departure. So breathe, beloved. You are not lost. You are being carried home. The silence you've endured was not absence. It was presence in disguise, a holy stillness where the voice of destiny could whisper without distraction. Within that quiet, the seeds of your next chapter were being watered by unseen hands, by sacred intention. You weren't being forgotten. You were being refined, held in the gentle cocoon of divine timing, so that when the moment came, you would be ready to bloom fully. Not everyone can feel what you feel, but you were never meant to be like everyone else. Your sensitivity is not a flaw. It's the gift that allows you to recognize sacred truth when it arrives. The signs have surrounded you. Numbers that repeat, dreams that return, songs that seem to speak directly to your soul. You are not imagining this. You are awakening. The garden around you is beginning to respond. Even before your eyes catch the bloom, you can feel the stirring, the shift beneath the soil. There are portals of light opening now, moments when time bends and your spirit remembers that this love is not new. It's ancient and waiting. You and your counterpart have circled each other across lifetimes, drawn again and again by an invisible force, a choreography of divine recognition. Nothing can block what is rooted in spirit, not distance, not delay. The union that is meant is magnetized by truth. You may feel your emotions rising unexpectedly, not because you are broken, but because your soul is preparing to receive what it never truly lost. The wind of change has already arrived, soft at first, like a breath on your skin, but soon undeniable, bringing with it the scent of new beginnings. This love comes not to distract you, but to deepen your purpose, to ignite the mission you both carry. Together, not separate. You've been walking toward each other through layers of time, removing old armor, softening, remembering. And now, the veil is thinning. They feel you too, sometimes in quiet moments when they least expect it. A sudden warmth, a thought that won't leave. You are already speaking soul to soul. Everything is aligning in the silence of the invisible, behind the scenes. The threads are weaving your paths into one tapestry. You are being led not by maps, but by vibration, each step guided by something far more ancient than reason. The place where you're being moved is not just physical. It's a holy meeting point between destiny and design. There is a sacred garden waiting, where your soul will no longer shrink, where love will not require translation. You will know them not by appearance, but by how your spirit exhales in their presence. There will be no struggle to belong. Nothing about this move is random. You are stepping into prophecy, a fulfillment long written in light. There will be signs, a doorway opening with ease, a conversation that feels like remembrance, a moment when you'll simply know, because when divine timing arrives, it does not knock. It opens the door and waits for you to walk through. Beloved, what once felt distant is already moving in your direction, not slowly, but with divine certainty. You have walked through seasons of silence, but the silence was not empty. It was sacred space, where your soul was being shaped in quiet fire. Not everything sacred arrives with sound. Some of the greatest transformations happen in whispers and in waiting. The veils are beginning to open, thin as breath, light as mercy, and through them you are starting to see what has always been yours. You may feel an invisible pull, a nudge without logic, a sense that something is coming, though you cannot name it. That is the call of your next divine alignment. Portals of light are forming around your path, each one lit by faith you've sown in hard places. Now, what was hidden begins to shine. There's a garden being prepared for you, not of flowers, but of promises fulfilled. A sanctuary where love is not tested, but trusted. You are being invited into a dance, not a performance, but a resonance, where two souls will move as one, not to impress, but to remember. The time of forced connections is over. This next union will flow, not because it is easy, but because it is true. You are being led by a deeper wisdom now, the kind that hears beyond words and sees what eyes cannot. What you are sensing is not imagination. It is memory rising through time, the soul recalling its counterpart. Before names and bodies were chosen, nothing can stop what was written in the light, not even your moments of doubt. For divine timing does not rely on perfection. It moves through surrender. The love that is coming to meet you is not on its way. It is already arriving. Through synchronicities, through inner stillness, through the certainty that has no voice, only presence. You will know it not by fear or urgency, but by peace, the kind that settles over you like dusk in a sacred field. The winds are carrying whispers of your name, and someone, somewhere, is already listening, already reaching back, with heart wide open. This connection is part of something greater, a mission woven in divine thread. Two souls, one calling, woven through lifetimes. Your sensitivity is your superpower. It's what lets you feel the pulse of destiny before it even arrives. Everything is being rearranged in your favor, not through force, but through flow, through a love that remembers and returns. A sacred door is about to open, and when it does, you won't need to question it. You'll feel the yes in every part of your being. Beloved, what seemed far is now in motion toward you. The winds of change are not coming. They are already here. There are moments when you feel everything shift, yet nothing around you is moved. That is how divine alignment begins. In silence, in the unseen, the veil between what is and what's becoming is thinning now. You may feel it as pressure or peace, but the change is undeniable. Something sacred is rising beneath the surface, like seeds that have waited in darkness. Now, light is reaching them, and they are beginning to stir. You are one of those seeds, planted in holy ground, watered by faith, rooted in purpose. The garden of your spirit is opening, not in haste, but in harmony, each bloom arriving in perfect time. The one who matches your frequency is not just arriving. They are being drawn to you by the pull of divine memory. You don't have to chase them. The love that is meant for you will recognize the light you carry. Without explanation, without effort, this is not just a romantic union. It is a spiritual assignment, a partnership designed for restoration, for sacred impact. You are not being moved to escape the past. You are being positioned for purpose, for alignment that heals. Not only you, but generations. A portal is opening through your surrender, a doorway that doesn't ask for credentials, only for truth and readiness. They will find you when you're not performing, but when you are most at peace. That's how divine love works. It meets you in authenticity. You may feel waves of emotion rise unprovoked, or sense something watching over you at night. That is not your imagination. That is connection stirring. The angels are not silent. They speak through movement, through closed doors, sudden detours, and through the ease that feels unfamiliar. The wind of the Spirit is shifting everything, blowing away the old attachments, and carrying you to where your soul belongs. You don't need to see every detail. You only need to trust the pull, for what is written in the light cannot be undone by darkness. There is a reason your heart is softer now. You are being prepared to receive, not a version of love, but the fullness of what your soul remembers. The one you're being led toward has also been preparing, through fire, through stillness, through faith. Together, you will not repeat the past. You will create something new, rooted in spirit, wrapped in purpose. What seemed so far is now closer than breath. Everything is aligning. In the silence that surrounds you now, there is a rhythm beneath all things, a quiet drumbeat guiding your next step. Even when you feel still, the dance of destiny continues within you. Some connections are born in time, but others are awakened across lifetimes. And yours, beloved, was never truly asleep. You are being drawn to someone whose soul remembers you, not with a mind, but with energy. They feel the echo just as you do. The waiting was not a punishment. It was protection, a sacred pause, so the light between you could grow stronger. You are not late. You are arriving at a precise moment, when everything opens, without force, without fear. A garden blooms when it's ready, not a moment sooner. And you, dear one, are in bloom now. The portals of divine love are opening. They do not open with noise. They open with knowing, with breath, with surrender. The one who is coming is not unfamiliar to your spirit. They are a sacred mirror, reflecting not who you were, but who you are becoming. There's a dance unfolding between you, not choreographed by logic, but by the invisible hands of grace. The veil is lifting slowly. You may notice it in the smallest ways. An instinct, a dream, a name that returns. The time apart served its purpose. It carved space for clarity. And in that space, Something holy took root. You've grown softer, but not weaker. Your sensitivity has become your compass, and now it points home. The wind of change is not approaching. It's already weaving through your days, shifting what no longer aligns, and guiding what belongs directly to you. The love that's meant for you will not confuse you. It will calm you and awaken something ancient within your soul. Nothing can block what has been etched in divine light. No delay can erase what heaven has confirmed. What seemed impossible is now quietly making its way into form. You are not being led into romance alone. You are being initiated into sacred union, a calling that transcends desire and enters divine destiny. You were never waiting alone. The universe has been waiting with you, aligning hearts, softening timelines, preparing the space for this reunion to land. Let your heart stay open, even when you can't see the full picture, because everything is aligning in the silence, in the sacred, in the unseen. There's a garden hidden within your soul, one you've only glimpsed in dreams. But now, its gates are opening, inviting you to walk among promises in bloom. You are not just being moved physically, you are being awakened spiritually, a relocation of the heart into alignment with what is sacred and true. The time you spent in solitude was never wasted. It was preparation for the depth of love you're now ready to hold. Your sensitivity has sharpened your vision. You see what others overlook. You feel the tremors of truth, even before it arrives. The veil is thinner than ever. You can sense it, as if something just beyond the visible is whispering your name through light. A seed long buried is beginning to rise, not because you force it, but because divine timing has whispered that it's time. What is meant for your soul is magnetized to your energy now. You don't need to strive. You only need to stay open. The dance between you and this soul has already begun in the spirit. Even if your eyes have not yet met, your energies are circling each other. Nothing can block what was written before time. No fear, no mistake, no delay can prevent what heaven has ordained. The portals are not opening with noise. They are opening with recognition. Moments that feel familiar, even if you've never lived them. Sometimes you'll feel it as stillness, other times as restlessness. But either way, the message is the same. Something is coming closer. The wind of the divine is moving swiftly now, rearranging what must fall away and making room for what is eternal. You don't have to see it all at once. You just have to feel the pull and trust the sacred path beneath your feet. The love ahead of you isn't new. It's ancient, woven into the threads of your becoming. You and this soul are both being called to rise, to meet not as incomplete beings, but as mirrors of divine purpose. Every delay was a setup for depth, every detour a sacred redirection. The sky within you is clearing, so the stars of destiny can finally align. You are being led through a portal of light, one that only opens for those who are ready, not just to receive love, but to embody it. The signs are multiplying. The dreams are intensifying, because what once felt distant is now undeniably approaching. Nothing can stop what was written in the light, and what's written for you is already reaching out. Through time, through space, through grace, beloved soul, what you have heard today is not mere comfort. It is a revelation, a sacred remembering of what your spirit always knew, even when your heart forgot. You are not being led into love as the world defines it. You are being drawn into a sacred union, prepared by divine timing, rooted in spiritual purpose. Every sign, every silence, every stirring in your chest was leading you here. to this moment of deep inner knowing, where truth no longer needs proof, only acceptance. Let this message settle into the soil of your being. Let it awaken what has long been dormant. Let it remind you that you are not behind. You are right on time for a love that is eternal in origin. The dance between souls is already in motion. Even if you haven't yet seen the one who mirrors your essence, your spirits have already bowed to one another. Beyond the veil of time, you are not just preparing to receive love. You are preparing to recognize it, to embody it, to honor it as something sacred, not something to survive. This movement in your life is not chaos. It is choreography, the invisible hands of grace positioning your heart, where it can be fully met. And when the moment comes, you will not second-guess it, because your soul will whisper the words you've longed to hear. This is it. This is home. So now, if this message resonated with the quiet truths inside you, declare it with your spirit. I am being led into divine union, and I receive it with reverence. Let this be your seal of agreement, your echo into the spiritual realm. Junte se numbers necesparco de luz y sabiduria. Ativo sino para continue recibendo mensagens como esta. Sempre no tempo certo. Sempre cuando sua alma estava pronta. You are deeply loved. Your steps are guided with precision beyond human understanding. And what is coming is greater than you've imagined, yet exactly what your spirit has long known. There is nothing random about your journey. Each moment of waiting, each tear, each breath was part of the preparation for a love that is holy, healing, and whole. May you walk with peace ahead of you. May love recognize your heart when it arrives. May your soul feel safe in what's unfolding, because it was never uncertain to the divine. May the light find you, and may your next step be the one that brings you closer to the arms that were chosen for you before this life began. Let nothing delay what is meant for your soul, and let peace walk ahead of your steps.